Jersey, Miss April.
And our opening contest here at the International Invasion, a preview of May 9th, Jersey All Pro Wrestling Women's Division show, making her way to the ring, her debut in Jersey All Pro Wrestling, the lovely Miss April.
Miss April, I've never seen her before in Jersey All Pro, and looking at her now, that is a shame.
She's going to open up here tonight against a regular here in Jersey All Pro Wrestling, a member of the dreaded D Factor, Annie Social, and both of these ladies are going to try to make their way to the women's show. May 9th, a big day in the history of Jersey All Pro Wrestling. Not one, but two JAPW shows. The first one, Ultimate Rawway. The first one, the women's division show. The second, the main show. And both of these women, quite possibly, looking to get on both shows.
And if Annie Social has her way, Miss April won't be able to physically compete at that show.
At this point, Annie Social, as she came out to the ring, a lot of the JAPW maniacs got up to their feet. They love Annie Social, the JAPW message board, and one of the reasons why is her very physical style. She looks great in that outfit, of course, but she can get down and dirty and get physical with anybody in that ring.
I've never been so scared of such a good-looking woman in my life.
Johnny D at her ringside, and if anybody knows the past of Johnny D here in Jersey All Pro Wrestling knows that he will get involved the second he thinks anybody in the D Factor gets in trouble.
He knows what he's doing. He's a good manager.
I just want to let you know, there's been a lot of speculation going on about me and the D Factor. We'll get to you in a minute, honey, so just relax. Well, tonight, right after Annie's match, I will guarantee you there will be one new member of the D Factor.
Johnny D promising the people in Jersey City will get one new member of the D Factor in prime time. It was announced on JAPW.net on the message board. Pictures of Johnny D from a recent trip to Las Vegas where we saw him together with Teddy Hart and Jack Evans. So one's got to wonder, are either of those two guys the newest members of the D Factor?
Well, what happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas, but when, news breaks about the D Factor, it tends to leak out. This is one of the hottest groups in Jersey All Pro.
D Factor has a lot of history in Jersey All Pro Wrestling, and Johnny D has a lot of history with Teddy Hart. In fact, it was at the 9th anniversary show where Teddy Hart took out Johnny D after winning the JAPW Heavyweight Championship. Could they have men fences? It's been almost 3 years since that show. Will Teddy Hart make an appearance here tonight?
Well, I don't know. Anything is possible, but Miss April just made a rookie mistake accepting the handshake of Annie Social, and now this match has become all Annie Social.
Exactly. Let's not look into the future on who could be a member of the D Factor. Let's concentrate on the current member of the D Factor right now, and that's Annie Social, and is just making the debut of Miss April, a very physical one. Annie Social is just taking April to school.
Well, who knows what will happen later tonight with the D Factor, but I do know there's nothing Johnny D would like more than to have a wrestler at the top of the women's division and a wrestler at the top of the men's division.
And that's what Johnny D's been known to do since Johnny D opened the D Factor up, officially named it the D Factor a few years ago. He's always had a top woman wrestler in JP and a top male wrestler. Back in the day, it was Rhino and Alicia. Add the heavy hitters to that. Now he has Annie Social, was have a big following here in Jersey All Pro Wrestling. I can only imagine if he was able to snag Teddy Hart or Jack Evans or who else. Vampiro was also in another picture with Johnny D, so who knows who the new member of the D Factor is going to be.
Well, I don't know, but Annie Social just caught a boot to the face. I will say this, a lot of people, like to paint Johnny D look like some kind of snake, a smarmy salesman, but he's a very intelligent man.
And that's what makes him a sneak and a slimy salesman. Is he's so intelligent, knows how to get the people he wants in the D Factors. Johnny D has managed the best of the best in Jersey All Pro Wrestling. The Haas Brothers, the Hit Squad, Homicide, Rhino, Kevin Matthews. He got the young career of Kevin Matthews, Alicia and JP. Now Annie Social, and just look how merciless and ruthless Annie's being right now, just choking her, grabbing her by the hair and throwing the back of her head on the ring mat.
When a lady steps into the ring with Annie Social, she makes them question, are you sure you want to be a professional wrestler?
Annie Annie Social was involved in the very first women's division show back in January at the Arts Factory in Bayonne. Look to be a part of the second one next month, May 9th, in the Rahway Recreation Center. And if Annie Social has her way, Miss April won't make it to that event.
That's exactly correct. Miss April has gotten very little offense in here, and unfortunately for her, not much defense either.
Annie Social went for the cover, only gets a 2 count. And Sam, what a night of Jersey All Pro Wrestling action we're going to see tonight. The rematch from last month, Dan Moff and Jay Lethal, no member, I believe, of the Hillbilly Wrecking Crew are in the building. I haven't seen them here. So tonight we could get the one-on-one matchup after the very controversial matchup we saw last month in Rahway.
Well, Clemson, you were backstage trying to make sure that nobody from the Hillbilly Wrecking Crew was here. I was cowering under the table and waiting for you to come back and tell me it was okay. But I trust you. You know, I trust you that no member is here and that we're going to get an undisputed champion tonight.
And also tonight we will have members of No Limit from New Japan Pro Wrestling here tonight as they take on the new DNA, Azrael's new partner, Sanjay Dutt. Nobody knows what happens to Dixie. We heard he got beat up in the bathroom. We have no video footage of that. Dixie, I know, not here tonight. Maybe no longer part of Jersey All Pro Wrestling.
Well, Azrael obviously wasted only a 2 count. Obviously wasted no time finding a new tag partner as he is motivated to be back in the tag team championship title scene. And it looks like Miss April is finally mounting some offense. You know, I'll bet if Miss April can pull out a victory, never mind, that won't come up anyway.
As we were previewing the matchups, Miss April got a good show of offense right there, even a spinning neck breaker on Social, and almost got a 3 count. Annie was able to kick out, and you saw that decapitating clothesline right there. And just like that, the momentum of the contest once again in favor of Annie Social.
You know, Johnny D is the type of guy you want guiding your career, but you also have to remember, should you lose a match, it wouldn't be beneath him to drop you and sign your opponent.
That's a very good point, and he has done that in the past. Johnny D, the shrewd businessman, and that's what made him last so many years. He's been here since day one in Jersey All Pro Wrestling. We're going on our 12th year anniversary show this coming December, and Johnny D has been there ever since. He even wrestled for the JP Heavyweight Championship against 911.
But I do believe he somehow came out on the defeated end of that encounter.
I didn't say the match lasted too long, but he did. He can say that he wrestled for the Jersey All Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship in the past.
Well, you know, as much as we were boosting up Annie Social, Miss April is making a hell of a first impression here on this
Social
Jersey
looks
All-
injured too.
Oh, and that's not the type of thing you want happening to you after sustaining it. I thought that was a 3 count. I had to pause because I thought it was a 3 count.
Annie Social was clutching her chest as if she was injured. Miss April went to the top rope, hit that missile drop kick, but wasn't able to put Annie Social away. But give it to Miss April. She started off slow, took a lot of offense, and I mean a lot of offense from Annie Social, and April just continues to fight back, and right now, well, she was in control.
Annie Social is at a slight disadvantage because she's got far more area in the chest region to be injured.
But there's that split-bladed cutter, and here Annie Social went for the cover and gets the 3 count.
Ladies and
Welcome to
gentlemen,
Jersey
your
All Pro,
winner,
Miss April.
Annie Social.
Johnny D is saying that he will add a new member to the D Factor here tonight. But he's got to be happy with his current one as Annie Social in a hard-fought contest with that split-legged cutter gets the pin over Miss April.
A victory, and I've got to believe if Johnny D can pull out what he's bragging that he's going to pull out, a new member of his squad, this could be Johnny D's night.
That's what it's all about, baby. D-Factor, full of
D Factor that are on the card tonight. Dan Moss, Monster Max, and Havoc, the heavy hitters, formerly managed by Johnny D. Dan Moss, managed by Johnny D in the past, so who knows who the newest member could be.
Could Moss be the new member? Could we have a world title match with Johnny D in the Contender's Corner?
We'll find out later on here tonight at International Invasion.